ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Gray here with Coach John Olive in our new production studio at 207 North Jackson Street right here in Tullahoma. And this is our fledgling show here. We just finally got about 3/4 of the way moved in, and so things are a little bit different. We're not finished yet, but we wanted to bring it to you today. And if you're on LightTube, you're watching live right now. The charter broadcast of this, because our fiber hasn't been brought in here yet, we will have to film this show and then take it back to the old studio and play it, so that you're watching it if you're watching it on Spectrum at 11 o'clock. And Coach, we went to Creekwood last night, all the way to Creekwood.
All the way to Creekwood. As they're a new member of the region, or we're a new member of their region. It was really the merging of two regions, one north of Nashville and one south of Nashville. And then, by the way, we threw a few Nashville teams in there with us. So
yeah.
It's a 9-team region. And Creekwood is a beautiful place. It sits out there someplace between Charlotte, Tennessee and White Bluff, Tennessee, and which is over next to Dixon, someplace north of Dixon. So a good 2.5-hour trip by bus.
Yes. It was about that by car, if you don't know where you're going.
Absolutely.
But it was a really nice facility, and the people were very, very engaging and were good hosts, and Tullahoma Wildcats had a good football game. It seemed to me it took about the first quarter to get over the bus ride.
Well, we started off the game really well because we score on our opening drive, and then when we get the ball right back, we turn around and score again, and we get up 14-0. Then I think some of it's credit to Creekwood. They've done very well. They've won a lot of football games, and they've taken a young team and have been thrown into this monster region, and they're playing probably the three best teams in the region back to back to back. As they had Marshall County, Pearl-Cohn, and then us, and you throw on top of that their offensive coordinator had to leave the game early in the first quarter as he got notified that his father was passing away from COVID, and they summoned him to Vanderbilt. And so it's just, you got things like that going on that people don't really realize, but that has a big effect on ball games.
Sure it does.
It was a good win for the Tullahoma Wildcats. We went up there and did what we needed to do. Had to grind because they're a very prideful team, and they did not play very good against Marshall County a couple of weeks ago. They turned around, they got beat 35-0 by Pearl-Cohn, but they actually played a lot better ball game against Pearl-Cohn. And to be honest with you, I haven't evaluated the video enough to know how well they played against us. I watched it when we got in last night, but as I told you, I overslept this morning and did not wake up in time to watch it again, as that's kind of what helps me to anticipate what's coming up on this show.
Right.
And so
well, we'll have fun together.
We will have fun together.
All of us. And what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break and be back with the first quarter. Star Physical Therapy has been serving Tullahoma and the surrounding area for 16 years, offering special services, dry needling, vestibular rehab, LSVT big for Parkinson's, workman's comp, sports rehab, and post-op care. All the physical therapists at Star Rehab hold a Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. And there's also a certified orthopedic manual therapist. You want to pass the test? Come to the best. That's Star Physical Therapy.
Here in Tullahoma, we're very fortunate to have Builders Plumbing and Electric to serve all of our plumbing and electric needs.
Come see us while we have a short break at Builders Plumbing and Electric.
We're also fortunate to have Builder Supply, where we can get all the lumber to do any project we have around the house.
Come see us at Builder Supply.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
As football is a tradition in our community, so is Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We were here then, we are here now, serving our community for over 45 years. Continue the winning combination, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration for the win. Call 455-8757, the name you can trust.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Well, last night, our captains, number 8, Justice Chadwick, number 64, is Jacob Bennett, a National Merit semifinalist. Number 25's Landon Fouch, and number 54 is Zach Swigert, a transfer from Franklin County whose dad is now teaching at our school. And Creekwood wins the toss and they decline. We wanted the ball, so everything worked out in our favor there. We felt like we wanted the ball to see if we couldn't go ahead and move this thing down the field quickly. And you see it's a nice stadium there.
Oh, very nice. I mean, the field was good.
They squib kick it, and Jacob Dixon's able to outrun them and turn the corner. Great blocking there. And we get it out to the 43-yard line. And we're going to open up trying to throw the ball here vertically. And the guy's actually holding Jacob Dixon's jersey right here, or he might have caught this one to begin with, but doesn't get called, so incomplete pass is what we end up with. And we run Keyshawn there, and he's running hard right there. You had an unblocked linebacker there, as they've got 7 in the box versus our 6. So, got 3rd and short here, and we're trying to run a little boot action, and anyway, they've got it covered really, really well. So it makes it 4th and 1, just cross the 50, and
why not?
We decided go for it, and we're gonna run Jackson Sheffield here. And he gets through there, picks up the first down. And we run the same play again, basically, and Jackson's going to pick up another first down. And if I remember right, we'll come back and run it again. And we
There
pick
you
up
go.
another first down. We're now going to flip the ball to Jacob Dixon, as we have hit him 3 straight times up the middle, so it's time to stretch him back out again. And he's that counts as a pass right there, even though it's just a little short pass, but we do it that way so that if we bobble it or fumble it or anything, it's an incomplete pass and not a fumble. So also allows you to be on the edge just a little bit quicker. So Jacob scores. Justice Chadwick puts it through there.
Mr. Perfect.
And Wade Collins was doing the holding. And Mr. Reagan Tomlin is our deep snapper. And great night of kicking. I mean, the Chadwick brothers were putting that ball in the end zone.
They did a good job.
As Justice nails that one deep in the end zone.
I think they ran one back,
Yes.
or they brought one out, didn't run it
Right,
back.
right. Well, you can't in Tennessee high school football, you can't bring in the ball out of the end zone. There's a couple of states that allow you to. Texas, Florida, I think both allow you to. But in Tennessee, if it gets past the goal line, it's a dead ball. And that's a great weapon to have in our state because that makes them start 80 yards away from their
Yes, sir.
touchdown. And the play is made there by Logan Crouch. I think the first one was made by Caden. I thought our linebackers last night played really, really well.
They did.
Both Caden Tucker and Brandon Painter. But the play was blown up by Caden Bradford on that previous play. Short punt, we need to take it back down, and Keyshawn was so close right there to taking off. And we come back right here. Ryan ends up scrambling as he didn't like his option there, who he was looking for. And so we've got a 3rd and about 4. And this time we're going to fake it to Jacob. You can see the flow of the backers and everything. It did exactly what we wanted, and Keyshawn is able to pick up the first down. And I'm telling you, the offensive line, Logan Crouch, from left to right, it's Logan Crouch, Ian Bradford, JT Taylor, and right now, Zach Swiggert's in there, and then 56, Caden Bradford. 71, Cam Robinson is the other one that plays in there. But those 6 guys they're good. I mean, just watch them. If you want to watch offensive line textbook play, just watch them because they're pretty textbook. And we missed Joe Duncan there. Joe
Short-handed it just a little bit.
Just didn't quite, and we hit Jacob, who puts us down on the goal line, and they don't cover Brody there, and Ryan realizes nobody's on Brody, and so he
Big target.
just whips it out there to him real quick because they didn't have anybody on him. And so we have started this game exactly the way we wanted to. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we're up 14-0.
Things are looking good.
And again, to the end zone. So we allow Creekwood to start their drive 80 yards from their goal line. They don't do a good job right here. That's an RPO of their own there.
Great catch.
Play action pass. Good throw and catch. And again, we're not expecting them to be a throwing team. And they throw 2 right in a row right here. 9 probably gets away with pulling 25 down, but that's part of life. You better be tough enough to get out there and play. And you have to put everything behind you. You can't worry about what happened the previous play if you're going to be playing in the secondary. Bubble screen and Owen Stroop, hang on to him. Here comes the cavalry, and back he goes.
Hang on, Owen.
And so got us a little bit off balance because we were not expecting this formation at all. It's not what we had practiced, but we'll adjust.
As we go through the film on last night's game, folks, watch the the impact that some of the hits they make is just incredible.
They ended up getting called right there for cutting one of our linebackers, so we backed them up with the 15-yard penalty. So they got second down over, so now we got third down. And we do a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback. And Ethan Hargrove, sophomore safety, makes the tackle there. And, this will be our worst field position of the night. We're going to take over at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
It wasn't really a good position to catch that ball right
No, they did a pretty good job of trying to put the ball right up against the sideline. And
I thought last night, why didn't you catch that ball? And as you watch this, it wasn't a good way to get to it to catch it. Here he goes.
Do a good job there.
Bulldozer.
We got another first down. We're going to end up, if you watch this closely, we're going to get called for holding. All right. So they're going to back it up. We're going to get a 12-yard penalty here. And instead of it being first down and 21, they keep it at second down and 21, and then we get called for motion. So now it's second down and 26, or it should be first down and 26, but they've got it as second down and 26.
Then it goes to third down.
Now we're at third down and 21 or so, and we're on Joe just had a rough night here. He's open, but can't hang on to it. And so now we're going to end up having to punt on third down, which might not have been a bad idea anyway, but it's because
the clock guy, the scoreboard guy, or somebody,
the guy over on the chains. And if I had been, wanting to slow it down and point it out, I could show you flipping it on the video there. But anyway, we end up getting a high snap. It goes out of the back of the end zone, so we give them 2 points, and so we're kicking off from the 20-yard line. And Justice does a good job of putting it in an area where their deep returner's not the one getting it. Jackson Sheffield makes the tackle there. And coming off a safety, making them have the ball at the 37-yard line.
Not bad.
It's about as good as we can do. They try to go deep. There's a receiver and DB run into each other, so we're going to end the quarter with them getting a first down there. And I was really surprised we didn't do an untimed down, but we didn't. So anyway,
it was a weird, officiating. You can say what you want about it. At every ball game you go to, some people hate it, some people love it. It's just it seemed kind of weird last night the way that crew worked. They didn't really do a bad job, but it was just kind of sitting in the stands. I can usually figure stuff out. And Fran was asking me, well, what's happening? And I would go, I really don't know.
Right. I don't know where the crew's assigned from, and I'm just thankful we have officials.
There you go.
There's a lot of parts in a lot of states right now because we have become so critical of them, and I can throw that at myself, that you have, instead of having a good young crop of officials coming in. You got a lot of them who have walked away because somebody has screamed, yelled, or
Right.
whatever.
They don't have to put up with that.
Right, and they just say, thank you very much. I'll go find something else to do with my time. But I'm very grateful to the ones who are willing to come out on Friday nights to allow us to have athletics on the high school level. Because if we didn't have them, wouldn't be anybody. And they're human. They're not going to be perfect.
No,
so
heavens no.
And, you know, when things go our way, we kind of, well, I'm glad to. And then when it goes against you, you're all mad, and I can't believe you didn't see that or whatnot.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we're glad they were out there, and what we're going to do, we're glad you're with us here today. We had a good crowd in the stadium last night, and to travel 2.5 hours to a ball game. And we're going to play a commercial break here, and pay attention to our sponsors. They're the reason we're on the air right here. Go spend some money with them. We'll be right back with the second quarter.
Clayton's has been Tullahoma's shoe store for over 120 years, and Florence Hall continues that tradition today. We're the only shoe store in town that starts with measuring your foot to make sure you get the perfect fit in a quality shoe. That includes narrow through wide widths for men, women, and children. Clayton Shoes, the family shoe store you'll love.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
Attention! Tullahoma and surrounding areas. Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, Family Practice Dentistry for 29 years.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we open up the second quarter here. With the penalty, it puts them back over in our territory again. And they're trying to get the chain crew all lined up. We'll get this quarter rolling. I thought their field held up well last night, considering that they'd gotten between 2 and 3 inches of rain on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was muggy, very muggy.
They run the sweep, toss sweep, and
good job.
Good lick there. Jacob Dixon, Zach Swigert on the tackle. So it's 2nd down and 2, though. We gave up too many yards. Comes your ISO. Caden Tucker and Brandon Painter, but they have the first down. And comes the speed sweep, and Caden Tucker knifes through there, makes the tackle for a loss. quarterback, they make it look like it's pass, but it's a run the whole way. As they pinned our defensive end there with one of the outside receivers and do a good job. Pick up another first down. Fake their speed sweep and try to throw it deep, and Jacob Dixon nearly picks it off. Second and 10. And
Bang.
they run the double option. Caden Tucker, I think, was the first that hit him. Like I said earlier, I thought Caden and both Brandon both played really, really well. Pick up another first down.
Good play.
A little hitch there in front of us, and so now they down here on the goal line. They're battling. They're in the red zone.
Time for the defense to step up.
And they try to run the dive, and
nothing.
We do a great job there getting into his legs and get it stuffed. Come back and they're going to fumble the handoff right there, and Brandon Painter is going to come out of there with the ball. I mean, they're looking for the ball, and he's standing there trying to hand it to them. So good job by the defense getting a turnover. Come back and hit Brody Melton right down the middle of the field.
Wide open. Good job, Brody.
So we have crossed right back into their territory. And Jackson Sheffield does a good job picking up yardage there because
he's 5 yards no matter how many people are in front of him, just about.
And here Ryan tried to keep it. Now, you were talking to me about throwing the bubbles. That was the one opportunity we had in this ball game to throw the bubble. When he pulled the ball down the run, the guy that had Jacob Dixon stopped and came back at him. He could have thrown the ball to Jacob at that time, and we'd had the bubble screen. But because of the way they're playing, we don't have an opportunity to throw the bubble screen. And here, felt like we just held the ball too long. Ryan was looking downfield, and 3rd down 6, 3rd and 7, you need to look for who's got the first down and put the ball in there on time was my thing. I told him, I got after him a little bit about that last night. And also had to congratulate him, though, because he made some really, really pretty throws. And good coverage here by them. We had Jackson there on the sideline. I don't know if he could have picked up the first down or not. But we give up the ball on downs. And both, I think that was Owen Stroop and Caden Bradford. It may have been Hargrove that was on that side. That was probably Ethan Hargrove and Caden Tucker that make that tackle. I mean, just great job right there. That's Painter that's making the tackle, Brandon Painter. And that was one of those tackles you heard last night.
Right. Right there, look at it.
And great job there, Caden Bradford. I think it was Painter again there on that. And we still can't, they're doing a good job of punting it away from us. And we don't finally put 2 back, but it's just tough to get to. Jackson trying to get some tough yards there, but we get called for a block in the back out on the outside. So we lose yardage, and we can't throw the bubble. We're trying to throw a quick screen there because they're playing man by me running to the outside to block the outside defender. It takes my man with me.
Right.
Because he's chasing me. And so sometimes you can hit that quick screen. We weren't able to do it last night. And we don't get flagged again. You can't block like that anymore in the game. And so anyway, it's 4th down, and we're going to punt it away. And this is kind of where you felt like we had hit that lull. And, part of it is Creekwood's game plan of attack and so forth. We get called for pass interference right there.
The ball was already past him.
I felt like he was in the...
Look at here.
And that's Brandon Painter coming through. I really felt like, and I guess he was at the line of scrimmage. You know, you can hit them if they're behind the line. Like when you're throwing a screen, you don't have to let them catch the ball and then hit them. And we're chasing that quarterback again, making him run for his life. Caden Tucker catches, it was Brody Melton that caught up to him.
You know, at the end of the game, when the clean jerseys start coming in, there was one dirty jersey still out there in the middle, and that was Painter. And he made a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and then he came off.
They bat the ball forward right here. And Owen Stroop picks it up and gets all the way to the end zone. But it's only come back as we have offsetting penalties on the play. And so they punt again, and again, the young man does a good job of getting the ball right against the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good directional punter. And we're going to go after them again, though, because they're playing up tight and stuff. Ryan Scott, Chris Usselton. 76 yards later.
21.
We're in the end zone, and we have finally scored. So and Justice will put it through. So 21-2 with 30 seconds to go in the before halftime. And again, put it that time about 5 yards deep in the end zone. They're gonna run a dive right here, and a host of Wildcats, Ethan Hargrove being the first one. They're on the tackle, 21-2. We're in control of the game, but we know that lightning's beginning to appear. We also pull it up on a radar there. One of the coaches pulls up radar, and we see that we've got a wall of water coming at us from the south. So our concern is now, can we get this thing to a running clock? That's our number one goal, get to a running clock so that we can hopefully get this game in.
How much do you have to have in? 3/4?
The biggest thing is you know, if you make it to the running clock, that shortens the game because the clock keeps rolling. The other thing is it's more apt for one of the opponents to say, you know, this game's over, we don't need to stay here any longer. And that's tough. It's tough to make that call because you're always telling your kids, you know, play to the very end, play to the end of the play. Everything is about keep going, don't ever give up. And but sometimes practicality comes into play. We felt like if we get it to a running clock, we could shorten the game. And when we do get the lightning delay, which finally gets to us, everybody but one was ready to call it and let's go home. And I get it. It's tough decisions that you have to make, and but you have to anyway. Reality sets in. We're 2.5 hours away from home. We need to
go if it's over with.
We don't
it's
need
over
to be
with.
there, sitting there and trying to wait, you know, and we've done it before. We've done it with Shelbyville a couple of times, once at our place and once at their place, where things get delayed, and it's 11:30 at night when the ball game finally comes to an end, and when that happens, we're already getting ready to get back here late, but it would have we'd been back here late and
well, you stopped at 8 after the ball game, didn't you?
Right.
So.
Because those guys are starving by that time.
Right. So we're at 21-2 right now.
That's correct.
It's halftime, and what we need to do is discuss a couple things. I want to talk about, Coach, look behind me there. There's Eli Grow. That's a run, walk, and walk, run, and ruck. That comes up later on in the fall.
First Saturday in November.
First Saturday in November, which isn't that far away now.
That's correct.
So, and that's the Legacy Creamery, and they're across the street from our old studio in the Coker building, and everything they sell, the Grows sell, the money from that gelato sale goes toward building a facility, a sports facility at Tullahoma High School. An all sports facility.
An all sports facility.
So make sure you get a team and go out and walk, run, or ruck. And if you don't know what rucking is, that's something that the military does. You have a rucking sack carrying, I don't know, probably what, 45 pounds?
I don't know what the weights are, but.
So, and it's a contest as well, but the gelato is absolutely, I was talking to Cassie the other day, and she said their state inspector said she and one creator in Memphis are the only craft people in the state that actually make everything from scratch. She has a pasteurizer there where she takes the cream and actually the product and pasteurizes it and makes it. Everybody else buys a jug of premix from somebody, already been done, and just adds flavor to it. Cassie, the Legacy Creamery, and one in Memphis are the only two craft operations that actually do it from scratch. Yeah. And you can tell by the taste. I also want to thank the Donut Palace. Mio Mayo, oh, what a donut, oh. Right there, right across from Tullahoma High School. Go pick up your donuts there. They've been sponsoring us donuts for the John Ollie fifth quarter show as long as I can remember. And we want to thank our folks over at Coffee County Bank who are a sponsor with us this year. And, that's one of the few, if not the only bank in Coffee County that is home-owned and home-operated. We have banks in our town that have been here for years, but they've been bought out by other folks. And Coffee County, home-owned, home-operated, have an office in Manchester, a facility in Manchester, and then one in Tullahoma on Jackson Street. So go by and see them. Leave old Carter Sane a message. Tell them all hello over there at Coffee County Bank. And with that said, what we'll do is take a quick commercial break. And because of the band being at a contest today, they did not play, nor did they probably care to travel 2.5 hours to Creekwood. We're going to show last week's band film. So we'll be back after halftime. Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. The inside is now a non-smoking facility and had a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Great sides from onion straws, flat fried potatoes, and Tullahoma's only corn salad. Music and sports are important at Daddy Billy's with jam night every Wednesday night, bands and players on the weekends, and big screen TVs all over the place to watch sports. Daddy Billy's is now open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sunday. As a non-smoking venue inside, all ages are welcome to enjoy the food and fun at Daddy Billy's. With a great selection of domestic, imported, and local craft beers, a full liquor and wine selection, and the best food around, there is no reason for you not to be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
If you're looking for a branding solution, Molly Dixon welcomes you to LogoWare, where your business, school, athletic team, nonprofit, family group, and other organizations can get your logo or message displayed with silk screening up to 10 colors and embroidery up to 15 colors on everything from caps to socks and all the inner and outer wear in between, plus backpacks, luggage, duffel bags, handbags, and purses. All work is done locally, in-house, on nationally branded product from Nike, Eddie Bauer, New Era, Carhartt, North Face, Russell Outdoors, and many more. So simply, why should you entrust the branding of your business or organization to a stranger on the internet when you can spend your money with a local business that offers competitive pricing and local professional service? For the answer to this question, Molly invites you to visit her at LogoWare, 401 South Washington Street, Tullahoma, 931-222-4103.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
can think of this wonderful little woman that I had. She said, I can't talk. There's nothing there. And she said, I want my voice back. After the first session, she was loud. I'll never forget this. She said, there's a voice in me still. Whether it's Parkinson's or a stroke or whatever, they are not at the bottom, but they can always get better.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Southern Electric and Plumbing Supply, located at 107 Southeast Atlantic Street in Tullahoma, is the area's premier location for electric and plumbing supplies and fixtures, featuring GE appliances, Delta faucets, and complete fixture lines displayed in a state-of-the-art showroom. So if you're a contractor working on new construction or a homeowner working on a weekend remodel project, Southern is the place to find that special fixture you need to make your home shine. Southern's experienced staff can help you solve any problem. Southern Electric and Supply Company, 107 Southeast Atlantic Street, Tullahoma, 455-5402.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, Coach, we're back, and it's time to start the second half.
Creekwood's option, and they want the football. And Justice will put that one in the end zone again. So they start from their 20. And they start off with a dive, and both linebackers.
Big 71 had a good ball game last night.
He did. He's going to find him a lineman's dream here in a few minutes. They try to run the bubble screen, and Chris Hustleton's all over it. And so, third down and 14. We're getting after him. We didn't hold contain. If we'd held contain, we'd probably sacked him again as Brody was closing in on him. But it's fourth down. Defense has done what they need to do. They try to run a fake here. Ethan Anderson, Reagan Tomlin are going to figure it out. And we're going to get the ball in great field position. Need to make them pay for doing that. That when they give you that good of field position.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to try to hit Jackson down the sideline. We overthrow him. And so we're going to run a play here, and you'll watch big number 70 pull. And he says, follow me, Jackson. So we'll come back to the next play and watch what happens when Jackson follows him this time. There goes big 70 and Poe. And Jackson puts a move on the linebacker and finds the end zone.
Follow me to the promised land, Jackson. I'll show you the way.
Yep.
It's right around this corner.
So 28-2. And we've done one of the things we talked about scoring the very first time we get the ball. We talked about holding them to 3 and out. We have accomplished both of those. We know the rain is coming, or we think we know the rain is coming. We've been told by the officials that the lightning is out there and that they have somebody monitoring it, and that when it gets inside a 10-mile radius that we will be sent to the locker room. So we know all this is out there playing roll here as we are sitting there thinking we still need to get this thing to 35 points as quick as we can and get that clock rolling. And
great job.
Landon Fouch on the interception. So again, we got good field position. And we come back right here.
Drop one, there you go.
Jacob Dixon.
He can't get in the end zone with it though, can he?
Can't get in there on two of them. He got in there on the very first one, but anyway, Ryan Scott, quarterback sneak behind that offensive line. Grant Chadwick is doing the kicking this time. And Grant puts it through. And we're up 35-2. We're still trying to get 35.
Need two more.
And I really did. I thought about going for two to try to get there on those first two scores, but I decided not to. I decided that's not the best thing I can do. We're a little short right there, so we got to cover.
Bang!
And they're able to get the ball out to about 34, 35, and they've got holding called on them over on the side, so backed it up. Cameron Robinson, he gets the lineman's dream, scooping up that fumble and running it into the end zone.
John Madden said, I love to see a big man score because after that you see a big man dance.
That's correct.
Oh, Lordy.
Grant Chadwick puts it through. Now we've got the running clock. We've got a 42-40 score, or 42-2 score. So a 40-point gap. Running clock starts, so we've met the goal that we had. Grant Chadwick's on a drive this one deep into the end zone.
Wow.
And the Chadwick brothers are becoming really, really good.
Grant a sophomore.
Grant is a sophomore.
So we'll have a good kicking game for at least 2 more years.
That's correct. And I think both of them will end up paying for their college education, being able to kick this oblong ball.
Mm-hmm.
I can drive
And that's more of the traditional type play that we thought we would see from Creekwood. The dive option, triple option. Goes back to throw. We flush him again. Got him into a second down and long situation.
Bang!
Colton Proctor on the sack. Brody Melton scoops it up and runs it in.
And that's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown. So
49-2.
Now, you know, even if they score, because that was the dilemma we were getting into is, all right, do we keep our first defense out there to make sure we keep the 35-point lead so the clock keeps running, or do we, you know, sub, and we're going to do a little bit of a blend, but that touchdown right there allows us now to completely sub. And that young man had a big return against Pearl Cone last week, and he's just a freshman. He will be a handful for us probably next year. And Brandon Painter's first one to meet him there. We got some young guys in there laying the wood on them. I think that was Matthew Swagger. Missed some tackles there, but Ethan Hargrove knocks the ball out of his hand.
And we get it.
The clock keeps running, so we get the ball. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter.
Things looking good right now.
Now we're just trying to beat that storm.
Beat the storm.
That's all we're trying to do.
All right, and what we'll try to do is get back to that after this quick commercial break.
At Minuteman Press, we can handle all of your design, print, and promotional needs. But did you know that we can print on so much more than just paper? We can help you with your outdoor advertising, such as posters and banners, even lawn signs and flags. We'll make sure all of your employees are dressed in custom branded apparel. Promotional items are a great way to keep your name in front of customers and attract new ones. Did you know that 89% of consumers can recall the advertiser of a promotional product they had received over the past 2 years? At Minuteman Press, we have the expertise to handle your entire direct mail campaign. Why direct mail? Because 65% of consumers have made a purchase because of direct mail advertising, and 39% have tried a business for the first time as a result of direct mail. So we will show you the best way to generate results for your marketing and advertising campaigns. At Minuteman Press, we design, print, and promote you. Contact us today to find out how we can help your business.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
All right, this is Richard Brooks at Templar Shooting Sport.
We've got an indoor range, which obviously is the highlight of coming into our building. But we do have guns for sale. You can rent guns. People can walk in right off the street. We've got educational classes from if you've never touched a gun before in your life to advanced courses, the handgun permit course for the state of Tennessee, 1101 South Jackson Street. Our phone number is 931-222-4657. You can find us on Facebook, Templar Shooting Sports, and our website is www.templarshootingsports.com.
We'd like to welcome Vanderbilt Hospital to Tullahoma as the new owner of Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart Hospital. For years, people have had great service at Heart Hospital. And many times people make the statement, I need to go to Vanderbilt to get the best care. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to go to Vanderbilt to get the best care, because Vanderbilt is now in Tullahoma as the new owner of Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart Hospital. For all of your health care needs, top quality, best research, new equipment, look forward to great health care at Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart Hospital.
Check out our new Woodard's Diamonds and Design showroom, which is now located on 2011 North Jackson Street in front of the Walmart Shopping Center. We've got 4,600 square feet now, beautiful diamond and gemstone jewelry, and a much easier and nicer place to come shop. This is still your place to come. Still have a great team of people. Still have wonderful diamond jewelry and bridal gifts. We have our Levion, which is out there. Even new creations of Chatham Created Gems, or the new Pandora, and even Kendra Scott, which is a brand that people have been asking for years now. So lots of new things, as well as some of your old friends here that are still here to serve and take good care of you. Thank you.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we open it up, and probably should have been ruled a fumble, to be honest with you, but they ruled an incomplete pass. again, because we were trying to pitch it forward, but we never had it. And I don't know how we've got such a wet ball in the game, but we do, and it's raining a little bit, but not much right there. And so we turn it over, and then we end up with only 10 players on the field and having to run somebody on the field late. And,
a lot of white jerseys.
A lot of white jerseys now.
Get some dirt on there where when you go home you say, Mama, look what I did.
They don't run their dive option with the quarterback keeping. Again, we talked about this all week long, but these guys that are in there right now, they were the offense. So when we talk about you got to be able to know who's got dive, who's got quarterback, who's got pitch. We can't get real upset at them because they were that offense running that dive option against the defense. And 49-10, there's a bolt of lightning, and they're sending all of us to the locker room with a little over 8 minutes to go. You still got a running clock. We're still up by 39 points. The white hat, he tells me as we're walking off the field, he said, Coach says, don't know what we're going to do, but right now Coach Thiel wants to continue playing. And I said, okay. So we go to the locker room, and then the officials and Coach Thiel come over, and we finally decide that we need to call the ball game and let Tullahoma people start heading back to Tullahoma, and it's nice to come back with a victory.
Yeah, and because they told us all, get out of the stands. We don't care where you go. You can stand outside. You can go to your car,
but don't stay in here and get struck by lightning.
So, yeah, and so as we were leaving, friends said, "Well, we're going to stay, aren't we?" And I said, "Why?" I said, "They'll never finish this ball game." Well, they might, but we're, like you say, we're up 39 points.
I just knew I wasn't turning around and going back up there today.
No, heavens no.
If we were going to finish it, we're going to finish it
last night.
I told them, I said, guys, if I have to stay here till midnight, at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever it is, we're finishing it tonight if we're going to continue playing this.
So, Coach, tell us what we've got coming up this week. This week's homecoming week.
This week is homecoming week. It's probably the first time in 2 decades, maybe 3 decades, that Pearl Cone's ever been anybody's homecoming opponent. I'm sure that'll be plastered all over their locker room.
And Pearl Cone's playing good football.
Pearl Cone is undefeated. They have an outstanding football team. They've got a wide receiver that the University of Alabama wants real badly. So that tells you how good he is. He's the state sprint champion as well. I think I read where he had run a 10.49 meters. All I know is his name's Brown and he can fly. And you sit there and you think, okay, well, let's come up with a monkey defense to take care, double him, triple, whatever. You come up with ways that are unusual to try to take somebody out of the ball game. Well, they've got a running back that's committed to Middle Tennessee State, to Middle Tennessee State. They have got skilled players galore. So you think, all right, do we have an advantage in the line? Well, their linemen are just as big as ours. They like to play a really physical brand of football. It's a big challenge. It's a great big challenge for us, and I think that both teams so far, for where we are in the season, have proven that both teams are 2 of the top 4A programs in our state. We're both definitely top 10 teams in this state. It's a big ball game. It's going to be played at our place.
Outstanding.
Homecoming festivities will get underway at 6:30. The Wildcat Walk will be moved up a few minutes this week, so probably around 6:05 we'll do the Wildcat Walk with the band and all the queens and other attendants and so forth,
daddies and mamas.
You know, it's a tough situation. We've got a bunch of football players that are attendants this year and are the escorts this year.
Right.
So, you know, but it's a huge ball game, and it'll be a great ball game for people to come out and watch. And hopefully, our stadium will be loud, and we'll have packed stands. And let's see what we can do. Let's see if, you know. Let's see what 2 of the top 4A teams in our state look like and see if we can play with them. You know, we've played well. My biggest fear is from the standpoint of speed. You just trying to block speed is different, and trying to catch it has always been different. But that's one of the things that people don't understand is that, and I think our 2 linebackers were a prime example of that last night. Their linemen had a hard time blocking our 2 inside linebackers because both those young men are really good athletes, and they were a lot faster than probably what they get to block in practice.
Right.
And it's hard to mimic that. Marshall County for us was probably the best practice we could have at trying to get ready for Pearl Cone, trying to tackle 2, 3, and 29.
Right.
Because that's what we've got to do this coming Friday night.
Well, folks, it'll be a great atmosphere, and like Coach said, we'll have the Wildcat and band walking a little bit earlier this time. Then we'll have the homecoming festivities, and then Pearl Cone is coming to Tullahoma. And the last time I believe we played Pearl Cone, it was up there.
It was,
and it was not a fun situation.
No, it was one of those situations where you know, we're in the midst of an 0-20 run, and we're having to play a really good Pearl Cone team 2 years in a row there, and some dumb head coach had agreed to play Pearl Cone because I don't know. I do know why. I didn't want to play Brentwood Academy or Innsworth, and those were the other 2 teams that had that same open day, and I wasn't willing to help a private school any at all, and so we took and went and played Pearl Cone. And so anyway, that was how we ended up in it. We played them in the playoffs 2 other times. 1998, it was a classic, as we led 12-8 going into the 2 minutes and 20-something seconds to go, and Santonio Beard, a great running back, finally breaks one and scores, and they beat us 16-12, and we played them a few years later in the playoffs, and they beat us again. So we've never beaten Pearl Cone. We're 0 for 4. So
I've got that tape. I've got that tape of that Santonio Beard, and there were 3 holes on that run. You can see them; it's so obvious. Wow. And the other time he scored, there was on a kickoff. There were 3 holes. And you see it. You can just see it obvious, but it's, you know, hey, that's an old man wanting to be mad because he didn't beat Pearl Cone is all that is. But folks, we're glad to be where we are here in our new studio. Drop by and see us. And it's a beautiful old house with a beautiful porch that wraps around the side on the front. Doc and Maud Taylor lived here. He was Taylor's Drugstore, which is on the corner where the hotel is downtown now. Or I don't know what it is, but it was a hotel at one point. So we're downtown Tullahoma. Come see us. We're having fun down here. We hope you have fun. Homecoming, Tullahoma Wildcat football. Wish Bob Couch could still beat that drum in a football game. We'd enjoy it, Bob. Folks, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.